The number one question people have while big walling is how to number 2. We're gonna go over the logistics of how to poop in a bag on this episode. So sometimes it's a little awkward to poop with somebody on a portaledge. And so what you can do is help each other out.
You take this bag, just press it against that.
All right, we did it. And that is how you poop on a portaledge with a partner.
And then you want to get all the air out, so what you do is you take your mouth and then you go, and it's vacuum sealed.
Hi, I'm Ryan Jinks, and welcome to El Capitan, where there are 7 or 8 of us who need to poop, and we thought it'd be helpful to teach you how. You try making a how to poop video and not laugh. There are 2 things that we are going to cover in this one, and this is the classic Wag bag, but then I like to use gallon Ziploc bags with toilet paper already pre-rolled up in the middle. Something you might want to start doing is count how many squares of toilet paper you use on a regular basis. Average it out over 10 years, and that's how much you should bring. Times 2, because you might eat Mountain House. She in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm struggling.
All right, I'll frame you out of it.
Either way, you want to fold the edges in. We'll cover that. You don't want to miss, and you want to pack it out in a way that your friends won't hate you. And we're going to talk about how to do it free hanging, off of a portaledge, and just on a normal ledge. But you don't want to get shit everywhere, so let's go into, what's a pun for that? Let's get deep into it. Yeah.
We're gonna make a splash.
There's a lot to cover, so let's just plop right into this.
You don't want to pee into these, ideally, if you can help it. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but we will open this up and find out how to use a Wag bag. So right away, we don't want to drop anything. This style has some loose toilet paper. So most Wag bags have like a main pouch that doesn't have anything in it. This is going to be like your secondary barrier after you use this to take a dump in. And it looks like they added some glue in here, which is really nice. Maybe you don't even separate them. Maybe this stays inside. It looks like it does. I don't want to rip that. You have this, put it in a pocket, it opens up nice and large. You fit your whole booty in there, no accidents. That's like what's nice about the Wag bags compared to the Ziploc method. You can just like get all up in it. Woo! That would explode everywhere. Fit a lot of shit in there. I don't think anyone's gonna fill that up, and there you can see the powder. I don't know why I'm still talking about this. It's pretty straight. It's a bag. It's a big bag.
That's how you'll feel when you're big walling and not eating properly. Timing is pretty important. Once you have adrenaline in your system, your body's not likely to want to relax. And so ideally, you wake up, have breakfast, and do it in the morning before you take apart the shit show. So what's nice about the Ziploc method is it's pretty small. And I have the toilet paper that I roll up. There's many ways of doing this, but it's kind of tedious to do it manually. But I'll put that in my pocket. So I have 2 bags, right? So one I'm gonna go in, and then the other one I'm going to put this bag in it because we all love redundancy. So you want to go in the bag, you don't want to get it over the edges because you do have to seal it up, which is kind of the worst part. So I flip it over once, I flip it over twice, and it actually gives it a rigid outer frame, so like it kind of stays open. You don't have to like hang on to it with both hands. So here, let me show you. I put the poop emoji here. You go from behind. I didn't miss! It's a lot easier to do it in real life. Come back out. And this is the worst part. You want to definitely do this as close to your friends as possible, and that is pushing the air out. It's really bad actually when you do it. So you get close, push it out. You really don't want air in there because you're going to end up using a bottle to put all this in. And I'm going to add a layer of redundancy. Now, technically I'd be using this. So I like to bring wet wipes because I don't get to have a shower at night. And having a clean ass makes me feel better. So you put your used toilet paper and wet wipes in here, and you get to push the air out again. You can bring kitty litter, but that does weigh stuff, and I don't want to bring up anything more than I need. Now, this seems kind of gross to have poop in a clear bag. Let's just call it what it is. What's really bad is when you're on a portaledge, you can't move around a lot. You have to hand this to your friend who has to put it in the bag next to him. So let's cover the other Wag bag real quick, and then we'll cover on what to do with these once you have them.
You can use these sandy bags. This is the type that I've been using. They sell it at the mountain shop, so it's convenient right here in Yosemite, and it's got everything you need. It's actually like a lot more sanitary experience than you would think. And when you open it right away, you have like a pretty big bag that ziplocks shut. Right here, this is where your final product's gonna go when you're done making it. So you have toilet paper, wet wipes, just like Ryan's do-it-yourself bag.
That's not very much toilet paper.
They definitely give you not too much to work with. You have to be accurate. You gotta identify the trouble zones and hit those first. And then this is for cleanup later. We bring extra too. I have extra toilet paper in this bag as well. But the nice thing is how big these bags open up. It's a lot easier, I think, than trying to dump into a Ziploc. I mean, it's like, I could fit in here, dude. I could totally just. And then you just poop. No, you don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
So you just like kind of wrap it around your bum. You take your leg loops off. All harnesses kind of just unclip.
I think the misconception is that the bag needs to be big.
I like the bag being big. I mean, what if you have some like explosive splatter
so
going everywhere?
We were on the Half Dome doing a Highline, and one of the people on our team had to go to the bathroom 6 times while we were up there in 8 hours. And this bag came in handy.
Oh, you were doubling up the poops.
No,
No.
six tuppling up the poops. Like
All in one bag.
Why would
so you have to open it back up.
It's a one-day project. Why would we have like 6 poop bags, right? Yeah, you could definitely do more than one poop in a bag. There's so little kitty litter in here that it doesn't seem like...
It's not even really like kitty litter. That powder just like clumps everything up.
All right, so let's say you're done pooping in this.
Cool. You kind of just get your poop at the bottom. It's gonna be down there somewhere. I don't think anyone's taking something bigger than this. What do you think? Have you had one? I've had some good ones in my time, but you can just like twist it up if you plan on using it again. This bag right here is really awesome at holding the smell in. So twist it up, you can tie it off, throw it into this bag after you wipe yourself and clean up.
Bag inside a bag is...
Bag inside a bag is really nice. And then it's got a Ziploc top. Boom, and then you're ready to use your preferred storage method. Some people do poop tubes, some people do water bottles, some people do like mesh bags, and you dump into a paper bag and then they'll dry out enough that if you're not in Yosemite and allowed to have fires, you can burn it by the time you get to the top.
The poop in the bag.
The poop in the paper bag.
Yeah,
It can work.
If you're not here in
Yosemite.
Super busy Yosemite with a lot of people below you and above you and on this ledge. Back in the day, they used to poop in paper bags and just
throw it off, yeah.
But that didn't hit too many people before that ended.
People have been hit, there's stories.
Yeah, that's why it stopped.
Yep.
So do you use a poop tube or do you do a 2-liter bottle?
I use the gallon water jugs that we're bringing up anyways. You're always gonna be drinking water if you're cooking and drinking during the day. You're gonna be going through water bottles quicker than you can pack shit into them. You can get
literally.
like, yeah, literally. You can get like 2 or 3 in one water bottle. And then you'll do the next gallon. And you already have them, you just tape them shut after you get the shit inside, and we'll show you how to do that.
Don't bring a 5-pound roll of duct tape. Take a toothpick and roll the duct tape, you know, like this much onto that toothpick until it's a roll. Looks like a roll of toilet paper at that point. And that way it's just the amount of duct tape you need to close back up the bottle you cut. So I use 2-liter bottles for all of my water because I feel like just the more cylindrical that is, it's easier to carry, lots of reasons. I grab soda water 2-liter bottles so I don't have to take all the syrup out if I buy a Coke bottle. But I'm gonna take off this plastic. You have a pocket?
Got it.
Yeah. And do not clip to this in any situation because if this falls, especially with water in it, This is 8-something pounds, and it'll kill somebody at the ground. So that's one reason I don't like these specific gallons, because it has this false sense of security. So I'm gonna do a Pac-Man. So just enough to open it like that. Hold on.
Okay.
So no reason.
It's a humidifier. If you leave a little water in there, it'll keep it nice and.
Humidifier. Okay, that's a massive.
So there's a lot of air in here. You're gonna want to squeeze the air out of the Ziploc.
I've done.
So just like little.
Do you just suck it out?
Little hole. Yeah, you suck it out.
Vacuum seal it.
I've done 4 days, 2 guys in 1 2-liter bottle, and we went to the bathroom every day. But you could get another one at the bottom, and you can get 2 up in there, and then you would duct tape the crap out of this. That was a good pun. One option you could do, if you clove hitch well and you test and make sure like it's not going to come off of the neck of the bottle, you can technically attach this underneath your haul bags. Do you think that would come off?
I think it's a good idea to either do a clove hitch, or I'd use a noose that like tightens up and then tape over top of that.
Yeah, you don't want it to fall, because that just would be shitty.
Yeah, the nice thing is no matter how big of a guy you are, you're not taking like 5-pound dumps. So like when this thing's like fully packed, it's only like a couple pounds. So it's not gonna break.
Yeah, the force on this
is like nothing.
As long as you don't want it hanging too far below the bag, because if you get the bag over the roof and this gets stuck on the roof, that's the problem. But it's nice to have this hanging below your entire system, because you don't need it until the morning when you're done going to the bathroom.
Even though we seal it up 3 times, 2 bags and a water bottle of duct tape, it'll still smell a little bit. So I always extend them away from camp.
Yes. But once I get to the top, I take my grocery bags that I've had my food in, and I have some garbage in there naturally from eating, and I will put the pine needles in the grocery bag and put the vault, we call it, inside the grocery bag. And you basically just, it's like 20 pieces of plastic between you and your shit. So it's really not that bad. And then you just set it at the top of the haul bag. How do you get rid of it when you get down?
So when I'm already at the top, I know I only have like 45 minutes to an hour and a half to get down these ledges. So I don't bother with like adding extra weight with pine needles.
Yeah.
I just will throw it kind of on the top of my bag so I can dispose of it right away and not have it sitting in my car for too long. That's like the worst. You got to open the windows up for sure.
Do you just throw it in the garbage?
I think the dumpsters are okay to dispose in. I'm not sure.
I know Whitney has a specific spot to put it, because everyone who hikes or climbs Mount Whitney, whatever you want to call it, has to use WagBags, and they have so many, they have a specific dumpster for it. There's like no bathrooms at El Cap Meadow where so many people spend their time, let alone a place to put your poop bags. So put it in comments below where you think we're supposed to put them.
Yeah, I don't think there's a designated spot, dude.
You've done a lot of big walling.
Here and there.
Okay, so on a portal edge, in real life, what do you do?
What do I do? Always take the like loops off, for sure. Definitely want to swami. Depending on where you are, the ledges are pretty flat, pretty stable, hopefully. And
So-
I feel like squatting. It's just
On the ledge,
Yeah,
right? You
do
don't
it.
hang your butt over the edge like Tommy Caldwell in Donwall.
definitely not.
Yeah.
That makes it just a little harder than it should be.
Tommy's an advanced climber.
Does this method work if you're free hanging as well?
Yeah.
Partially hanging onto your personal anchor and partially standing?
Sometimes. Just like depends how big of a ledge you have, how much space you have,
How bad you need to go?
how bad you need to go. Your partner's taking up a whole of space and you really gotta go. Or maybe it's the middle of the night. It's nice having one of these that you could clip onto your anchor. Sorta, you can use the wall. Pretty good. Pretty cozy.
And you're just a swami right now,
And
so.
I'm just a swami, it's not too bad. Yeah, if you're doing it over your ledge, make sure not to miss.
If you can climb 5, 14, 15s, you can poop like this too. It's a very impractical way that Donwall showed for pooping, because I don't know, you're just hanging on the whole time. I like to just squatty potty and hold it or just sit like this, and I'd like to stare right into Matt Stalling's eyes to make it as awkward as possible. No, the idea is the other person's supposed to look as busy as possible or pretend texting on a phone that has no service. So the number 2 rule is to not number 1. Practice at home, I guess, is try not to pee while you're sitting on the pot to see if you can control the two, because it's pretty inconvenient, especially if you're centered over a portaledge that you don't want to pee on, to end up leaking or peeing. I had a friend that could not pick one or the other, so it was very difficult for him to go to the bathroom. He had to basically free hang off to the side and get out of the portaledge when he needed to go. I have the magic skills of, is that a skill? Just like not peeing at all. What really helps with that is dehydration. If there's nothing to pee, then it'll only be a really hard dry poop. So I was in a bathroom in India once, and I walked out and I asked my friends, come on guys, just give it to me straight. How do you use this toilet? And they, hold on, I'm trying to only do one layer so I don't get flagged on the channel. See how far my pants are lowered right now? Well, don't move the camera too much.
Okay.
You get the point, I still have my pants on. It's only at my butt. Your hole's right here, you guys. If you drop your pants to your ankles, you're gonna be shitting in your pants. So just drop, you don't even have to drop it past your dick. If you promise not to pee, you can stay stable. I can partially hang off of a personal anchor, or I could do it on the ledge this way, but this is the position, and you ideally want to stare at the view because it looks extra pretty when you're going. My pants are off on YouTube right now. Go to my OnlyFans page. I'm just kidding. I do not need to take my leg loops off to do the method I just showed you. Thousands of feet above the ground and you're not stable on a ledge, maybe keep them on. My buddy refused to go to the bathroom for 3 days, and on the king swing after getting to Eagle Ledge, he could not hold it anymore. What is the only entertaining thing to watch on El Capitan from the meadow? Everyone was watching him with telescopes while he was doing the king swing. And yeah, so make sure you stare directly into the telescopes that are watching you poo.
Speaking of that privacy, you can flip a ledge sideways and like split a natural ledge in half and have like a little bathroom barrier. You can also use the rain fly if you want your own little space.
Thanks for watching.